You are crossing a threshold that you have been preparing for many thousands of years. In the fall of your year of 2016, prior to your country's new coming election, everything will change.
Don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world. Let us all unite!
There is the central self. You can call it God, you can call it anything you like. And it's all of us. It's playing all the parts of all beings whatsoever, everywhere and anywhere. And it's playing the game of hide and seek with itself. It gets lost, it gets involved in the farthest out adventures, but in the end, it always wakes up and comes back to itself. And when you're ready to wake up, you're going to wake up. And if you're not ready, you're going to stay pretending that you're just a little, poor little me. In other words, the sense of guilt that one has, or the sense of anxiety, is simply the way one experiences keeping the game of disguise going on.
Even though it all exists, even though the structure of all that is always exists, it's the experiences, the points of view that are new. The combinations, the infinite combinations of that same structure that are new and that are representative of the perspectives of each and every one of you.
There are no victims here. There are only willing participants. So when you are allowing others to subjugate you, the moment you stop, you see that you have power. So the whole thing was set up. This reality is showing you that you have power.
Many people on your planet have for a long time been under the impression that the idea of unity comes from homogeneousness, from all being the same. Nothing could be further from the truth. It is the true validation of every single individual that creates harmony and synchronicity and allows you to truly function as a unit. Every single being is as powerful as they need to be to create whatever they desire without having to harm anyone else in order to get it. Do you understand? In your journey, in arriving at this point, over thousands of your years, You have experienced the idea, you have known that certain kinds of senses exist that you have termed extrasensory. But you can now begin to understand you no longer need to refer to them as extra. They are part of your arsenal. They are part of your kit. They are your tools. They are your senses. They have always been there.
If you awaken from this illusion, and you understand that black implies white, self implies other, life implies death, or shall I say, death implies life, you can feel yourself not as a stranger in the world, not as something that has arrived here by fluke, but you can begin to feel your own existence as absolutely fundamental. What you are basically, deep, deep down, far, far in, is simply the fabric and structure of existence itself.
You exist. You will never be able to change that. You may change your form, but you cannot not exist. Existence is the only fundamental quality existence has. That which exists cannot become that which does. You cannot have a feeling of any kind without first believing or defining something to be true. Ask the question, what belief would I have to buy into, and what would I have to believe is true about myself in relation to this situation to feel what I'm feeling? What is the definition I'm holding on to as true? And once you identify, once you consciously identify a belief that was heretofore unconscious and bring it to your conscious attention that's out of alignment with your true self, the moment you identify it consciously, it's gone.